Hi and welcome to another video by Matthew Gaming Vids. In this video we're still in Arathi Basin and this is part 2 of the video I took. As you can see at the moment, the frost mages are putting rings of frost round the place. You see the one with the red ring is the horde one, so you need to be careful you don't stand in that or you will be frozen for at least 6 seconds. At this point in the battleground, I'm just thinking that we're winning and we're pushing them back and we're still winning, so I'm going into tunnel vision mode here. And then I noticed that more and more of the horde are coming towards us than we are against them. But we still managed to down them all, and then we head off to farm again to keep them in that place. As you can see, most, if not all, the horde are respawning at farms, so this is a brilliant place just to keep running back to, keeping the horde in one place. This makes the game a lot easier. But then again, if the horde are taking other bases, you need to pull back from the farms as soon as possible and take back them bases and push them back to farms or back to the base. At this point, I'm taking like no damage, so I'm doing no damage in return, and all the horde are just concentrating on every other player except from me, meaning I'm basically useless here unless I pop some cooldowns. So I try to keep on interrupting the healers and also putting pressure as much as I can and trying to peel off the rogues from the rest of the team. It's quite effective and we do get a few kills, but the healers here are very good and they keep up the horde team quite well. Now that there are only 2 alliance players left at this base, I'm getting concentrated on now and my vengeance starts to stack, but at the same time this, I think it's Frost Mage attacking me, and as you can tell they do immense damage in PvP all the time, and I'm getting crit for like 10, 20, 30k, sometimes 40k's, and that's constant crits. That ain't just like every few minutes for me I can crit up to 40, 50k. As I'm running back to the farm, I noticed that 2 horde players are trying to make an assault on blacksmiths, so I'll go on the defensive and kill the warrior. This were a bit overkill as you can tell by the colours on the raid frames that there's about 3-4 alliance players against just one of him, so it were really outnumbered. Now instead of going to farm here again, I decided to take a look around. I think it was because somebody said in the chat channel that a base is being assaulted, so I went to give defense to him so we could still win the battleground. And what do you know, a DK is trying to take on Lumbermill at this point, so I go and give my helping hand, help kill the DK who were on the last legs, and then we take the base. What you also want to remember is that if there's 2 people defending, that should be enough to hold on to that base until more reinforcements come along. Anything more than 2 is just a waste of resources for your team. So think of it as this way: if 2 people are there, what you need to do is set up enough team to try to attack another base. The horde are playing a little thin on the ground here as they're not attacking in big groups, and normally when I play Arathi Basin I see horde just surging every single base, and that seems to win for them most of the time. At this point I hear that blacksmith is under attack again, so I'm running there and I see a hunter. Looks like he's gonna run off the edge, but then when I look like I'm going down there, it turns away, so I go back and try to kill him. This battleground by now is almost in our hands, and as we assault the blacksmiths for the last time, I'm thinking, well, this is already in the bag now. All we need is really 2 bases and we've won this. As you can see, most of the Horde aren't putting up any defense, and that's the same on our team as well. The, Blizzard need to make defending bases more exciting. Like, maybe you get a bit of honor for standing there guarding the base instead of just getting double the honor. I think would be a great advantage for more PvP in the battlegrounds. Otherwise, most people just run off and find another fight. But if you're gaining honor points while you just stand there defending, I reckon it should improve the battlegroundness. As you can see now by the debuff I've got on me, an elemental shaman's trying to attack me, and most elemental shamans against a prot paladin have no chance, especially when they start the fight first. I mean, if you start the fight first, you've got the upper hand in that fight, and you know what you're gonna do next. Now that we've got more people from the lumber mill, I start to move back down to move the way back to either blacksmiths or the farm. As we're killing the horde here, you can see more and more alliance players come down and start helping us. So I make the move to move towards farm, and most of the people in that little group there move with me. What you need to do is think about this, as they're thinking of, oh, we're gonna follow this guy for a bit, lead us into battle or whatever, and then maybe get some more honourable kills, get the flag, and win faster. So we're at farms again, and making a nice attack, getting some players down. Always go for the healers first, as then they need to pop the cooldowns for themselves instead of easily healing others by not getting knocked back at all. After taking down most of this group, I noticed that the shaman's there again, just free casting on anybody and taking them down pretty fast. So I go over there and try to stop that. And as you can see, 2 ranged classes against 1 prot paladin, and then the shaman moving back to where they spawn. I've got no chance. Absolutely no chance against this guy, but it's all about pushing them back. Just keep on pushing them back, and you do get quite far. So I'm back getting rest at blacksmiths again, just waiting for the rest to come down, and then we can start off with another battle again. What these spirit healers do is, instead of resting by going to your corpse and getting about 30% HP and mana, these give you full HP and mana, and then you also get about 5 seconds of free mana. In other words, you can just cast whatever you want for around 5 seconds, and they don't cost mana or rage, I think, either. As you can see now, the Horde are defending farms a lot more than any other base they've got, and they've only got one, I think, and that's Gold Mine. In battlegrounds like this, what you need to remember is you will die and you will take damage, but you will also do the same to them. You will make them die and then take damage. It's all part of the game, and you can't get fed up when you die quite a lot, as that's what the leveling process is about. You need to level up your gear to get better, to kill others easier. But also, if you don't think you can put pressure on the other team, you need to remember to maybe you should defend, and then what you're missing DPS for, we're getting from incoming damage reports and other things like that. This is very helpful when you're in a random battleground, instead of everybody just pushing to their end. If it's one thing I will be hating in the next patch what's coming, maybe 2 weeks to a month from now, is that the fact that hunters don't have any range problems anymore. They can stand right next to you and shoot you in the face, which is a bit overpowered, I think, by the amount of burst DPS they can do. I mean, a good hunter can take down any class within seconds, basically, just like any mage can do. But in that fight, the hunter were pretty squishy, but it was just the healer healing him. If I could probably go back, I'd do a quick change to the healer and knock him out. As you can see by the points at the top of the screen, we're coming up to the win now. As you can see here, the horde that just killed me went straight to Blackness and capped it. But we're going to put up the defense here and try to take it back. In this battleground, the horde I found were mostly pretty squishy except from the few that had gear. In this battleground, I had mostly the blue resilience gear that you got at the start of the first season of Cataclysm. Thank you for watching this battleground. Please remember to like, comment, favorite and subscribe for more videos of PvP, leveling, whatever guys. Goodbye.